Daily sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Pittsburgh Steelers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First and 10, it's Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. First carry now for David Montgomery. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run. Montgomery. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 41, Trubisky. His throw incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On fourth down, here's Trevor Daniel. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Room here to run. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
makes the score Steelers 7, Bears nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
Ball carrier
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing here, Trubisky. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
A gain of
7 yards there and a first down.
First down.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trubisky will throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Again, it's Trubisky. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
On down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7. Bears nothing.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Hands it off out of the gun. Good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Number 25.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's 3rd and 1.
Like 20. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Check the backer, check the backer.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, Mike, 58, right there.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious? And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Devin Bush, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
Second down.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. On second down, Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play downfield. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
an open man. It's Foster. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Robert Foster, 85 yards. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. On the return, it's Washington. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, given 14.
At the 42-yard line.
50. Easy. Here we go. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Rip left.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pass intended for Eric Ebron. Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Hey, alert. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Chase Claypool, the intended target. Third down here.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a third and 10.
44. Mike 5'9". All right, T, let's go. All right, T. 59 Mike. Check, 59.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. On the return, it's Washington. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is second and 6. Now Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to have this Gets across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Right back to him on 1st down. Down to the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. That's a screen. Pass.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. Partner, he just surpassed 60,000 career passing yards. I remember when you and I were there when he hit 50, now 60. Where does this stop?
I don't know where it stops, but how did we even calculate this one, right? Long division? New math? Use an abacus?
I trusted you. You're smarter than I am.
My calculator shorted out on this one. 60,000 yards. Congratulations.
Man, has it been fun to track his career, and it continues. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. The carry here for the big tight end. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
The 45-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Check, 59. All day. Mike 5'9".
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Check 59, Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Check 59.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Roethlisberger's pass intended for Deontay Johnson. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
With the score.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a 1st down. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
1st down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
Tackle made.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Trubisky. The man is Komet, the tight end. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
A gain of 9 yards.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On 1st down, it's Montgomery. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Trubisky to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 2-yard line.
clock here as they keep it on the ground. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set them up 1st and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point now by Boswell. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken in at the 3. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A throw over the middle, taken in. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw again. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Open man here is Foster. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Robert Foster with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. Here's Trubisky. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Bears 14.
So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he'll give it here to his running back. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Today's final score, Steelers.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Steelers, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.